Hello everybody and welcome back to competitive multiplayer. Just wait for that man to stroll across. So we're picking up some diesel. It is a new day. The time has just been at times 4,000 to get us to the new day, which means the crops have grown. I probably should go on the other side actually, although that might work if we open the lid. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Brilliant. Okay, so this is just to keep the biodiesel production going. We do have a bit of canola left in the factory, but we have soybeans down there in fill number 33 and wheat in fill number 4. So yeah, we don't actually need any more canola at the moment for biodiesel, as we do have enough. I think I should probably buy about 2,500 litres. So we'll just quickly jump cut. Actually, I think I'll reduce that to 2,000. 2,000 should be plenty. Okay. Oh, so close. 2006. Right, so let's get back to the farm. We'll empty this. We then need to transfer the biodiesel either to a sell point or to the soy drink factory. We'll decide on which one in a minute or two. But yeah, I think with the exception of weeds, we're pretty much sorted when it comes to the fields. So yes, I would imagine there are going to be some weeds, especially in this field down here. I don't think it's been weeded. They might even be so established we have to spray them. It's a very misty morning again. We do have quite a few misty mornings on this map, but it is quite atmospheric. Oh look, the weeds are here, but they're not really properly established, which means we can eradicate them for free. Definitely the best way of doing it. Okay, I just transported that diesel back without putting the lids on. Not to worry. So, let me just get this into the right position. Oh, that was it. Do a bit of shuffling. There we go. So that will hopefully complete the biodiesel production using the canola which is in storage. I'll put this over here. I really should close those lids. There we go. Lovely. So, weeders. We must weed the field. I've been using this tractor recently. It's actually a really good tractor to use because it's small, extremely cheap to run. It was very affordable, and it can do some pretty good jobs. The weeder is up in the top field. Yes, just remembering back from the previous episode, I did weed the majority of the field, but there was a piece left which hadn't grown weeds yet, but it will have done now. So we'll get that finished, and then we'll come back here and we'll do that field as well. Just pop this in here. So yes, we used to have 1,700 litres of fertiliser, which will probably be the last bit of fertiliser we put through the spreader. I'm expecting to sell it, as we can use a sprayer. And we do have a bit of seed there as well, which will be handy for the next time we drill. Here we are. Yep, it's germinated, and so have the weeds, which is no surprise. But these fields are all really good. The only thing which could have been done better is in the other field. It could have done with an application of lime. But yeah, everything else is good. So this is going to be a super fast job. Just up and then down. And then I'll time lapse the other field because that's going to be a bit of a bigger job. Yes, despite the width of this, it does seem to take a fair amount of time. Actually, looking at it, is this going to be an annoying width? Where it's not quite wide enough to go up and down, we have to go back up again. It's looking like it. We'll soon find out. Yes, okay. So we're going to have to go back up again. But that's not a big problem. Looking good though, where the weeds have been pulled out. Actually, when a weeder runs through a field, it must leave the dead weeds just on the surface to dry out. So that would be a nice addition actually, for 22. If you could still see the dead weeds withering on the surface. because they literally just disappear. Okay, so we're just finishing off there. And we do need to still extend this field. I think it would be wise to buy a plough, which we'll probably sell again, because we can't really afford to just keep it. We don't need to keep it. But there are substantial areas, like all this area here, all this area. This could all be a field. This could all be a field extension, because I think we pretty much own up to the road. There might be a small grass strip. Anyway, let's go and weed the other field. That's made it pretty tricky. This always seems to happen. It always grows whenever I'm in the middle of doing the weeding. So yeah, I'm just going to have to guess. I'm just going to have to keep guessing where I am. Let's just see how accurate I've been so far. Weeds. Okay, I went a bit too far in there, a bit too far out there. So yes, it's hardly surprising. I'm doing this blind. I really can't see at all where the weeds are. I'm trying to follow my distance tyre marks, but obviously the closer we get to them, the faster they disappear. Well, not the faster, but yeah, they just disappear. So, yeah, not particularly easy, but a few weeds don't matter. You can see this lower piece, I was doing that fine, because I could actually see where I was going. Okay, we're on track. I've also decided what we're going to do with the biodiesel. We are going to put it into the factory because we do need as much fuel as possible to create the soy drink. I just can't guarantee that we have enough if we don't do it. So yeah, that's what we'll do. And just very quickly, I'm going to attempt to find the piece that's been missed. I'll do it mostly off screen because it's going to be pretty painful. Yep, that's on track. It is actually a really tiny amount. This is a negligible amount. It's tiny. The price is currently over £3,000 for 1,000 litres of soy drink over at the supermarket. So once we've transferred the biodiesel, we'll load up the soy drink and we'll get that sold. So that'll be nice. And then we're going to have to look into getting a plough so we can make the fields bigger. There we go. I'll keep the weeder on the back whilst we load the pallets, otherwise it's going to be kind of tricky. Actually, although we probably need to bring the trailer around. The trailer is attached to the weight, so yeah, forget what I just said. Just park this in here. We have a very decent amount of biodiesel. There we go. Just put this down here for the soy drink. And keep it on fairly level ground. Should be okay. And we'll transfer the fuel. Right, so we do have a partially filled one. We'll just take everything. It'd be nice to have a bigger weeder, but obviously we have priorities with this map, with this series. We can't just be buying things which we already have just to upgrade them, because we're kind of lucky to have them in the first place. Need to buy a tractor first. Okay, this is going to be fun. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'd love to get rid of that ramp, but I can't seem to get rid of it. Okay, so that is the fuel. Looks like we've got quite a few things in here, which I keep crashing into. But it is being accepted, I think. Yep. There we go. Good. And I'll just do the rest off screen. And that's it. All the biodiesel has been transferred, except for the piece which is still being created. So, yeah, this is going to be looking quite good. We have almost 17,000 litres in the soy drink production area. But we do also have 10,600 litres of soybeans to process, plus this entire field. So, yeah, that's why I needed to guarantee we had enough fuel. Okay, so next up, the soy drink. I'll put this on the trailer, and then we'll head off to the supermarket, because they are offering good prices. Hello, what's going on here? That's the new one spawning. Trying to box me in. Okay, so that is everything on the trailer. We should be able to get some good prices here. Some good profits, I should say. But yeah, good prices too. Right. So we'll jump cut the driving. It's pretty slow. One thing's for sure, Ledley certainly want to buy enough soy drink offers. They would even buy the biodiesel. Okay, so that's going in sections. It's looking good though. Very good. So we have £35,000. Much welcome money. Let's get back to the farm. We'll get into the fence, and we need to pick up a plough from the store. And we probably need this weight as well on the front. Just put the weight here. And we'll pop the tractor just over here. Okay, so putting a few more hours on the fence. We do pay by the hour for the fence. 0.4 hours until the next payment, so that's not too bad. Right, so we do really have to have a plough. I don't think we have that subsoiler by Black Sheep Modding, so yeah, let's just take a look here. Has to be bought outright, so pretty much this one here. That's all we can really go for. I can't rent. Oh, don't lease. There we go. Good. So used to pressing the lease button. So essentially, the more we can extend the fields, the better. We need to utilise the land. If this was Survivor Challenge, I would say leave the big grass headlands because we can cut them for hay or for silage. But for this series, it's definitely going to be better off as an arable crop, since we have a fairly big combine harvester to harvest it. So we'll do this field up here. I think there might be a small strip to do at the other field, but we have pretty much extended it as much as it will go. Okay, so it's a bit of trial and error really. Just keep driving until it says we don't own the land. Well, within reason. We don't want to go too close to the road. But yeah, we do actually own up to the road, and about a third of the way through the potato sell point. So I can use that as a marker. Hello, that's a bit too close. And for this particular job, I'm not worried about turning with the plough in the ground or having the land wheel on the incorrect side. Just need to get this extended. We could go closer. As I said, we need to make the most of the land which we have available. Okay, so I don't want the crop to be out of bounds because we'll never be able to harvest it. I think leaving approximately 2 meters for a grass margin is about right. 1 to 2 meters. That's good. So, this is definitely a job for a time lapse. So, I'll see you when we're about halfway through. How is that looking? I think it looks pretty good. We're probably going to actually double the field size just by doing this. Because when you buy the field, obviously, as you'll probably know, you're buying essentially a plot. It's not, you're not actually buying the field and the surroundings. So yeah, utilising the space is definitely a worthwhile thing to do. It's actually, until you actually do it, you don't really appreciate how much land you have. And in this case, how much land was being wasted. It's brilliant. Look at all this. It's like a small field in itself, just over here. So I'm going to continue. We'll get this all finished today. We'll leave the small strip at the other field until next time. But that'll take probably 5 or 10 minutes. It will still be the same in-game day, so the plough won't have got much older. And then we'll sell it. And the best way is to do it like that anyway, because otherwise, say somebody gave me a good suggestion in this video and I'd already returned the plough, I'd have to then go and re-buy the plough if it was a really good suggestion. So I prefer to keep hold of it just for now, just until this video has been watched by a number of people who have incredibly good ideas, and there actually are an awful lot of people who watch my videos who have some fantastic suggestions. Right, so let's get it done, and we'll look from above and see if we have doubled the size of the field. Right then, so there we go. Just a very small piece left to do. I'll probably back up to get that. But yeah, I don't think we needed a bigger plough really. This has got the job done in about, what's it been, about half an hour? 25 minutes? Not bad. So we'll re-drill, well, we'll drill this area when we re-drill the rest of the field. I'm sure we'll be harvesting that next time. There we go. So, let us fly. If I have flying enabled, yes I do. Good. So probably not quite double. It's quite hard because of the two side headlands. But yeah, probably another... Well, it's certainly another 50%. Hard to say exactly. Just a welcome improvement, a welcome expansion. I also need to check and make sure we're actually on the boundary. There might be a bit more space here. Yeah, probably could go up and down a few more times, which we may well do next time. But, yeah, it's not a bad bit of progress for one episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.